Hey, little lizard. Hey, buddy. Hey, guys. Come take a walk with me through my garden. So we've just had a really good rain after weeks of drought, and the garden is definitely appreciating it. So when you walk in the garden, this is the star of the show. I'm so excited about these trellises, cattle panel trellises. If any of you watch Roots and Refuge Farm, Jess from that channel has been using and talking about these trellises since I started watching her, and maybe even before, 2018. And I've wanted one ever since. So not quite completely covering the trellises yet, but man, they're doing so well. I am a little confused. So the way I've got these planted is cantaloupes on each side and then cucumbers on each side. And the plants on this side are doing amazing. The ones on this side, not so much. Planted at the same time. So I'm not sure, but look at this. Look at this wall of greenery. Such beautiful plants. I did just get, we got pests. Having to come through and try to grab these guys. Ugh. Okay. I did have a leader branch snap. I'm really hoping that this is not going to get diseased and start dying off. That would break my heart. I've been harvesting cucumbers for about a week now. It's very exciting. Look at this. Just look at it. There's a cucumber that could probably be harvested. I've also been pulling off pests. About this last week is when pests really have started to show up. Got lots of cucumbers all over the place in various different sizes. You know what is really cool about this plant I've noticed? It's like every leaf you get 2 to 3 cucumbers per leaf. That's really cool. I don't think I've ever seen that before. But it's made it up, and it's starting to climb over. And I can't wait till this is totally filled in. See? 2 cucumbers. Yeah. I love my little trellises. Back here, I just stuck that vine that broke off. I'm hoping it'll take, but it probably won't. Back here, I put a bunch of radish seeds. They've gotten pretty beat up. Slugs and snails. I've taken most of them out. We'll see if we get anything. I've never successfully got any radishes or anything. Got a couple tomato starts in here. I think these are Romas. And then I put some more squash because I really want a good harvest of squash. I think I say that every year. Gate here. Trellis along here. We've got tomatoes, Romas. We've got peppers. We've got the Better Boy yellow tomatoes. These are all doing great. More peppers. I believe these are jalapenos. In the back, I found some yarrow. Planted that in the ground. And then I've got another squash and I believe a pumpkin back here I just started. And then in this tub, which is at the entrance to the tube, got more squash. We've got peppers. Excuse my boyfriend and his little RC car. I also planted I put 3 marigold seeds in here that I saved from my marigolds last year. And I'm not understanding. This is Biden's alba. This came out of my marigold seeds. This is, well, the weed. It's medicine. But I don't understand what happened. So, I have had some issues with blossom end rot on my squash. It's breaking my heart. I'm hoping I've fixed it. Because this plant had a squash on it the other day that I thought was doing really well until it came out and the end of it was brown. I fed it some homemade fertilizer, homemade feed. So I'm hoping that will fix the problem and we don't get more of this happening. It looks like, yep, that's just going to fall right off. But this plant, you guys, when I put it in the ground, for like the first 2 weeks, it was so sickly. It was yellow. I thought it was going to die. And then out of nowhere, it just came to life. And it's the most beautiful, healthy looking plant, other than the blossom end rot. I decided to try my hand at a little bit of, hydroponics. I had these buckets just sitting around, and I'd put a maple tree sapling in it, and it was doing great. So I decided to try one of my tomatoes. Because I was having issues with some of my tomatoes in the ground over here, before we get there, I believe these are spicy hot banana peppers. Yes. Some dahlias got blown apart in the wind today. More tomatoes, strawberries. Another dahlia. And then just on the other side of this little walkway, we've got beans, pole beans that I've placed down here, and a couple tomatoes. There are some spots that are empty because ants moved in, so I'm just waiting for them to get tired of me messing with them and move out. And more radish, corn things, seeds I just threw in here. This sweet potato vine is actually coming up from 2 years ago, this soil. Some zinnias, this is peppermint in here, but it all died back, so I trimmed it all and just threw some seeds in here to see what would happen. That mint's going to take over, I'm sure. Okay, so back here next to the squash, we've got a cantaloupe, which, same thing, all these plants over here, for like 2 or 3 weeks after I put them in starts that I bought from a nursery, they looked horrible, they looked like they were dying, and then just exploded with growth. So we've got, that's the big squash, got cucumber, cantaloupe, and another cucumber there. I really wanted to make sure I got lots of cucumbers from my mother-in-law. And she also really likes cantaloupe, so I'm hoping I can get her some cantaloupe. I think my brother-in-law likes cucumbers too. I don't know, but anyway. Alright, so here's my corn. Planted these, I thought, really close together, and they are, but they could be even closer, I think. And they've just started sending up their tassels. Really exciting. Did unfortunately have to use pesticides on my corn, and I try really hard not to do that. I don't want to do that. I love my pollinators. I actually don't even like killing insects, to be honest. But it's taken me, I don't remember how many times I planted this patch of corn, repeatedly trying to get it to come up, and I found worms nibbling on these before they had even popped out of the stalks. So I did go through and just dust these with 7 Dust, and I think it did the job. I'm really excited. Got that. I had to do this 3 times. So these corn seeds I eventually had to actually start indoors in a paper towel, wait for them to sprout and have roots, and then put them in the ground, because every time I put seeds in here, something was tunneling underneath this black plastic and eating all of the seeds. When I started searching under there to see what was going on, it's just it just tunnels all under. So I put a couple of sunflower seeds in here after I thought I was going to give up on the corn, and then changed my mind. So there's a couple sunflowers, but it's mostly corn here, and I'm really excited. I'm really excited about corn. Alright, so let's get back to this spot in my tomato issue, but as we're coming along here, let's just appreciate how lush and beautiful this wall is. Ugh, so exciting. Okay, so eggplant. I've never grown eggplant before. This has been a challenge. There are more pests attacking my eggplant than all my other plants in my garden combined. I've had, I can't think of what you call them, but they're common on house plants. They look like little cotton balls that hop around. That's some of their, I squished the guy that was in there. But so we've got those. We have cutworms. We have some kind of worm that are already eating into my just now developing eggplants. Like even before the fruit, like as soon as the flower pops off, like I'm finding holes in my eggplants. We've got tomato hornworms. We've got so many different pests on these eggplants, and I've got 10 plants. If I get one eggplant, I'll be happy. That's the point I'm at right now. And then keep going down here. Here is where I had 3 tomato plants, 3 of the yellow Better Boy plants, and this plant started going downhill on this side, and then this plant on this side started going downhill, and the one in the middle was fine. It was beautiful, it was flourishing, it was getting huge. And then that one started going downhill. So I pulled the plants up to inspect them because first I was thinking nematodes, something's attacking the roots. Maybe there's a mole or a gopher or something under here that's messing with the roots of it. Pulled the plant out, the roots look great. I mean, honestly, they looked very healthy. So I couldn't figure out what was going on. Well, I finally found holes in the stems of my tomato plant, and it was worms. It wasn't the tomato hornworm, it was a different type of worm that I had never encountered before, and it was literally just sucking out everything in the stems of my tomatoes. So all of those got pulled up, and here in this spot I replaced it with this really pretty purple flower. It's meadow sage, and it's a perennial, so this should continue to come back year after year, hopefully. And then here, I think I lost my tag, but this is, I know the name of it. Do I still have the tag somewhere? No, I had the tag. I don't know what happened to it. Verbena? Some kind of verbena, I want to say. Let me know if I'm wrong. I don't know. I'm not great with flowers. But I think this is also supposed to be perennial here. And then I just stuck some seeds for some more squash down in here last night, because I'm a fiend for squash. You can see some of my cucumber leaves are starting to get sick, and I know it's just the natural progression of the plant, but it always makes me so sad. I'm trying really hard not to get upset by it. It's just such a beautiful, beautiful sight. All right, continuing on, we have more peppers back here. I believe these are bell peppers. We've got a trio here. I just planted some more squash in those little holes. More tomatoes. These are not doing anything. Not really, since I put them in the ground. This squash has also not done much. This was planted at the same time as the others, and it's just really not doing anything. This either. This one's taking a while. This one I put in after those. It's doing a lot better. Look at the little squishes. More eggplant all through here. Here, you guys helped me with this, and I just want to say thank you to all of you who commented when I was talking about how I cannot keep rosemary alive. You told me I was probably overwatering it. I thought I was underwatering. So I took it out of the pot that it was in, put it in this big thing here, and I have not watered it since then. And it's doing great. I'm not getting any fungal disease. Now, it did just rain, obviously, so it got watered a little bit, but I haven't watered it. No more fungal diseases, no more anything, and I'm really excited. I might actually get this to perennialize in my garden. That would be great. I stuck these in here just the other day. This is an oregano. I've got English thyme, and no, that's English thyme, French thyme. And I bought these two because I had all 3 of these herbs planted up by my camper in little pots up there with a tomato and some peppers and things. And because they require more water, my herbs were getting too much and they were getting fungus and all that. So I replaced them and put them out here and here where this, I won't be watering this, so hopefully this should be fine. There is another squash bug or whatever it is. What are you? I can't remember. Let me get him. Come on. Ah, got it. I got it. Got it. Ah, it's weird. It's weird. Oh, no. Ugh. Okay. I really don't like killing insects, but I can't. I've spent way too much money, time, energy to just let them take over and destroy my garden. I can't do that. Okay, so the herb tub. In between some of these, I put some flower seeds. So I've got zinnias coming up here. I also have zinnias, I don't know if you can see them from here, but growing out from under the cantaloupe plant. Because I just wanted to attract more pollinators, you know how that is. I need to go through and check all of these plants for pests. But I need to be recording this video. Oh, so far, no holes in this one. Yay! Yay! Okay. Alright, so back to the squash. Over here in this corner, we have a few things. I've got some sunflowers in some holes. I've got other holes that I've just planted more squash in. I split open a tomato and stuck each half in a couple places to see how that works. I've got my watermelon, which is starting to sprawl out that way, which is exactly what I wanted it to do. And then I transplanted one of my figs. This is a fig I grew from a cutting I took from one of our parks around here. And it was just out there growing, and I was like, hey, I'm gonna take a cutting, and it's done great. And then along here, I do have a pumpkin. I've got more corn, because I'm getting some corn, you guys, I'm telling you. Corn I grew last year, even though I only got a few pieces, was the most delicious corn I've ever had. And in front of that, I've got more peppers. I love the peppers, love the corn. Everything in this garden I love. Or somebody I love loves it. Another cantaloupe here, tomatoes here, and then across here we've got some tomatoes. These do not look to be doing great, and I was a little worried when I bought them that they might not be great. I'm not going to give up on them, but I'm not going to be too upset if they die, because I kind of knew. More peppers there, flowers in between. And that's pretty much it for this garden out here. Alright, let's walk over to this other little bed over here. Yeah, see if you guys remember this. Did a whole video of you guys setting this up, planting it the first time. So this is my little raised bed that company sent me to try out and do a video on. And strangest thing, when I messaged them with the video link, they were just like, okay, thanks, and I never heard back from them. I just threw random seeds in here, like literally, other than the corn that I placed, you know, every couple inches away from each other halfway through the bed. I just threw seeds in here. This, I think, is an echinacea. I don't remember planting it in here, but maybe I did last year. So this was the only thing that was left in this bed, and then I just threw tons of seeds. Most of what you're seeing is going to be the Biden's alba. And then over here, if you guys remember this one, I've still got dandelion that is continuing to produce flowers for me and throw off seeds. I've got some strawberries that aren't doing much. I just kind of threw these in when they fell out of the pot fell over. Look, there's a roly-poly. He's probably taking my strawberries out. And they ended up rooting, so I could move them if I wanted to, but we've got blueberries that have not, I'm not sure what's going on. Like, they put the fruit on, sorry spider, put the fruit on, and the fruit has not done anything. It's not changing colors, they're not turning blue or anything. It's been like that for weeks. I'm not sure what's happening. Oh, I just messed up that spider's web. I did not mean to do that. I'm so sorry. I also have, this is another cutting of fig. I'm so sorry, little spider. Please don't move out. And then I also have some, what's that called? Not borage. It's in that family. Comfrey. which actually about that comfrey, I bought it from a girl on Macari a year ago, and it was labeled as Bocking 14, which is the best kind to use for fertilizer, medicine, fodder, all that stuff. I didn't pay very much for a bunch of root cuttings, and it came up, it's doing great, and then it flowered, and the flowers were pure white, which is an ornamental variety. Not really used for medicine or any of the things I wanted it for. So I did try to write her. I haven't heard anything back from her, so I'll have to try to find some more Bocking 14 and redo that. My raspberries somehow has not died. I thought it was dead. I need to find a place to put it in the ground, but for right now I've just got it growing in 2 pots. This place is a disaster. All of my pallets are rotting. It's very dangerous out here. That little dresser I had the fish tank on fell over, rotted. It's a mess out here. My bananas are coming back. My Easter lilies? Yeah, I think are coming back. Sugarcane's done. It's a mess. We need to get out here and clean it up, and we will at some point. I do have another couple squash over here. This is kind of an experiment. They're not doing as well as everybody else. These 2 roosters right there are called Bok Bok. I would swear that both those came out in the same egg. They act like a couple. They look just alike. One of them, now that I've spent a lot of time with them, I can tell the difference in them. One of them slightly taller and has broader tail feathers than the other. And he treats his brother as if his brother is his hen. He feeds him, he protects him. He also breaks up fights between his brother and our other rooster named Carl. So in here in my greenhouse, this is a mess as well. I started pulling everything out of here because I decided I was going to till up in here. Lay a bunch of loads of cardboard down, and then this I was gonna be planting either a bunch of squash or a bunch of tomatoes or a bunch of peppers or something in. It's already way too hot in here to be trying to do anything, so I think this is going to be a next year project or maybe a fall project. But I took the houseplants out. Some of them are still in here. Obviously, you can see that, and obviously it's a huge mess. I'm just going to get out of here. Out of sight, out of mind, right? Well, look at my nectarine tree, though. I got these nectarines on clearance from my local nursery. They were bare, like completely bare. Looked like they were going to die. This one has put on a lot of green since I put it in the ground, and the other one's only put on this much greenery. And it had a little fruit here. I thought we were going to get to harvest, but it shriveled up and died. This spot right here is going to be tilled up for potatoes, corn, and okra. And my niece and nephew are going to help me plant that one. I'm really excited. Alright, I'm running out of storage. I'm going to show you these things really quickly. This is where I moved all my house plants to, and everybody's finally starting to come back to life after me thinking I killed them like I always do. Here is a hanging basket of tomatoes I bought. I've been harvesting off of. Oh, looks like one fell, and I need to take that in. Alright. Look at this sunflower my chickens planted. Isn't that cool? They also planted like rye and oats and wheat and just all kinds of great stuff. We got some mustards. Okay, last stop. These little fabric containers that I got, 10-gallon or 5-gallon, I'm not sure. Bunch of tomato plants in here. They're all twisted and vined together. Can't really tell which plant is which anymore, but I do have lots of little green tomatoes, onions in there from the kitchen I just tossed in, and they're doing whatever they want to do. These are the herbs I was telling you they got sick. You see those spots? But the peppers are doing okay. Chives are doing okay. Yeah, just very spotty. Here is that comfrey that just went to seed. More peppers. And that's pretty much it. That's it. I'm really excited about it. Hopefully I've got enough space on here to actually edit this video and get it up for you guys. But I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna stop talking for now so we can end the video and get that done for you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye.